give us more insights to how things are done properly and how other upcoming journalists and media practitioners will practice. One thing you said, I've seen it there, that the credibility is that you have never asked a favor from anybody in your media career as you are progressing, which is exactly what I testify to that, because I have tried everything to make you close friend and to do things. You always want to make it professional, want to make it in the line of duty, want to make it in the line of progress. Congratulations and welcome to a very good job, and I hope we'll come back very time soon to launch another book again from your own experience so that we can all keep it together for those that are coming after us. Congratulations and thank you very much.
We also have here with us the Director General of Lagos State Sports Commission, Mr. Lekon Fatodu. You're very much welcome.
Born on the 28th of June 1963 in Lagos, Mr. Babatunde Raju Fashola, SAN, is a 1987 law graduate of the University of Benin, and after a 14-year stint in private law practice as a litigator, has had a public service career that spanned over 2 decades long. In that period of public service, he has served as Chief of Staff and Commissioner in the Lagos State Government, 2-term Governor of Lagos, and in May 2023, meritoriously concluded serving a second term as Minister of the Federal Government, having first been appointed in 2015 and reappointed in 2019. Babatunde Fashola was called to the Nigerian bar in November 1988. His career as a barrister and solicitor started in the law firm of Sofunde, Osakwe, Ogundipe, and Baogori, where he engaged in general litigation over diverse areas of law in our magistracy, high courts, appeal courts, and the Supreme Court of Nigeria. As an advocate, Mr. Fashola has distinguished himself. In August 12, Fashola.
Thank you, Mariam. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, go there. He's welcome to come and join All Stars, but we now play walking soccer. And just to tell him that at the time he thought that there was no scoring, he was watching black and white TV. But seriously, everybody's here, and this is an awesome convening power by Mumini and Alao, and nobody else could have convened this. I got my notification almost 6 months to this day as well, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to be here to share my thoughts about something I am obviously very passionate about. But time is fast spent. So when I got here at 1, I asked him if he would let me go at 2:30, and he said yes. When I asked him how long I was, and if we think that we have seen reward, we have seen nothing yet. It's just about to start. So I told the gentleman next to me, we were talking about Shegun Odebami, one of our Sunday brunches, and I said that was Nigeria's most celebrated football player ever. Most celebrated. And very few matches were televised live then, but if you went to either the Liberty Stadium to watch him or the National Stadium, the stadium would have been full by 10 a.m. for a 4 p.m. match. And when he swaggered in behind the team, you will hear the talking drums singing Odegba Mikago, Sheda Da Lode. Let's just remember that. If you remember nothing after this interaction, yesterday's hobbies have become full-time professions and they are being well paid, and the global economic order and photography is now employing and will reflect on the possibilities that lie in sports. It will be clear what we have missed. So I do a quick example of Mumini Alao and sports-based employment. Complete Sports and Complete Football has provided him a career that lasted over 3 decades, and many more who worked in that one company. So can you imagine what would have happened if there were 100 such companies? But that was only in the print. What about the electronic media? How many dedicated sports broadcast channels have NBC licensed, and how many are operating? How many? So, I just got to know about a few this morning, but the one that stuck in my mind was Larry Zamoje's Brilla Sports on radio. How many have followed them and how many are still running? And I always do this test for people because I tell you I'm passionate about this. We're 215. So when you count them, it's 15 dedicated sports channels. Okay? That as a man, lifestyle agents. What do? Eti Mersin has just relocated with his family from Enugu to Onitsha, and is not going to be bothered about where they are going to live, which school his children are going to go. That's a lifestyle agent and his wife going to sort that out. It's a job, and it's a full-time paying job. And the list, I say, is endless. And, you know, we now see the kind of incomes, and I read some of the stories when they calculate what Osimhen just got contract, then they calculate it into billions. But there is a young lady who started playing tennis. She's not Nigerian, unfortunately. 5 years ago. She has earned $24 million in prize money, and she's just 21. I've gone back to an old pastime of mine, snooker. And people will be surprised what used to just be a small barroom pool hobby, post-work hobby, is now a full-time profession across the world. The average snooker player now earns between £200,000 to £1 million a year. They are playing snooker now in Saudi Arabia as we speak. There's a Masters tournament going on there. But these are only snippets of what is possible. And maximizing their potential into positive outcomes. That's also job creation. This will involve a full review of our education curriculum from primary school through secondary schools, polytechnics, and universities. It will involve the National Union of Teachers, through especially the physical education teachers. It will involve the Association of Nigerian Principals. It will involve the National Universities Commission to develop faculties for specializing in sports education in universities where they do not already exist. I remain mindful of cadet and amateur sports as distinct from professional sports and how they can feed into each other. But this platform does not allow me to go into much detail. Whilst I was preparing, all of these must be of such high integrity and acceptance. I have dealt with 4 things, and the 5th one I have mentioned, which is governance, is perhaps the most challenging of all, because it depends more than the others on the character of the people who govern the institutions. It's reputational. One bad egg will ruin a lot of things. There must be no room in this space for tardiness, no room for sloppiness or uncertainty. Everybody in the industry must know where they stand at all times. We will probably need new laws by the national and state houses of assemblies. The Bar Association will be critical, the Nigerian Bar Association will be critical in this regard in suggesting reforms about laws. The National Sports Commission and the National Institute of Sports will now have to sit down to prepare a national calendar of sports, of how local government and school sports will fit into National Sports Festival to produce talents for the All-African Games, which will feed into the Commonwealth Games, and which will lead to the Olympics and to the World Cup respectively without clashing. This is hard work. I don't pretend that it is easy. When I was in school, we used to play local government games. I used to play them in the Shomolu local government. Each local government had a festival, but it was choreographed to feed into the national sports and into international sports. And this is important. This is the bedrock of all of what we want to do. Sports. They revive the interest of old sponsors like Chief Razak Okoya, Molade Okoya Thomas, FCMB, new sponsors came, FCMB, Etisalat, Julius Berger. And so, what is the case? If we make a good plan and we calendarize, corporate sponsors in their budgeting and planning, the resources we require is there, a large number of people under 30 with talent and energy waiting for us to curate them. Teachers and coaches who must be coordinated for talent scouting and development, the role of architects, builders, and allied professionals to coordinate it and integrate all of the infrastructure necessary for the expression of this talent. Health workers of all cadre who must seek the importance of Human Developmental Index through sports and collaborate to develop nutrition, care, support, and deliver the best. Those of us who have been privileged to play abroad know the importance of nutrition. You don't mess with it. You can't go there and be eating pounded yam every day. You are specified to a weight performance. And so we know, I've spoken about the role of lawyers and arbitrators into the funding of sports, but without compromising the integrity of the game. I referenced the existence of about 40 million micro, small, and medium enterprises in Nigeria, and they are in every state. These are businesses that each level of government, local, state, and federal, where they exist, can use as brand identities, give tax incentives, and sponsorship business. I refer to this as a very large asset that each area can leverage.
The chairman of the National Sports Commission, my friend, my brother, His Excellency, in whom I am very pleased, the author and all the I see that like that. So, I am very aware.
Share my own experience with him. My precious daughter, I don't know where she is, my first daughter, about 3-4 years ago, she would just hide in the library and be whispering and be laughing. We were wondering what was going on. We didn't know what was going on. She would just come back and maintain a face. So one day, she said somebody was coming to, my daughter is married to you. And no long story. I just said, I didn't do like a Yoruba person, I'm supposed to do diligence on Mustafa. But wallahi, I'm speaking with all seriousness. When I heard Dr. Alao, I said, if you are the son of Dr. Mumini Alao, and what I know of Dr. Mumini Alao, you are not just the husband of my daughter, but you are my son, because I know Dr. Alao. And since then, up to now, wallahi, Allah is not the last night hour. It's one of the best decisions I've taken. So, Dr. Alao, thank you. It's going now, for my donation, I would have loved to make it private, but my sister will not allow me. So, I'm buying 10 books for 5 million naira.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Alao has been a long-time friend. We lived together in the solo before I came here, and we are still together. I was the last president of the UNILAG Muslim alumni, in which he took over from me. On behalf of my family, I launched the book, 3 copies with 100,000 naira.
3 copies, that's the account number over there. 10 copies. Go to the back of the auditorium and collect your books. My name is Autobiography. The author is a friend. And you, from the beginning of this time, what is happening today? I launched 2 copies.
After that, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start because I am completely overwhelmed by what has happened today. I'm seeing faces of all my loved ones. And I don't know where to start, honestly. But I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you for your show of love for me. It's been very overwhelming. Obviously, I can't mention everybody by name. But please there are a few people that I would love to mention by name. I will start with my mom, Alao. She's 88 years now. I pray that Allah gives her many more years in good health. A few years ago, when somebody asked me, my younger brother, my immediate younger brother, Barrister Al-Amin Alao, please come forward. For those of you who have picked the book, you will get to read a lot about him. So I want you to see his face. So that when you are reading about him, you can be adding the face to the story that you are reading. Al-Amin is my soulmate. I'm only 2 years older than him. So we grew up together. He used to tell me that he was stronger than me, and that he would beat me, and that his head is bigger than my own head.